You know?
What do you think is the worst thing Barstool did? Was there ever like a move where you were like, I am categorically against this, and like Dave made the call or whatever?
Not like I think Barstool Gold was just so much work.
Yeah.
And
that was also, I remember in the moment with that, Dave wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right. So like
Dave was like, I don't agree with this. And I was like, so we have to do it.
Right.
So it just ended up being us and PMT, I think. And then maybe eventually some other people got.
And it was like Brian Fitzsimmons like doing tours. And it just sucked. Like it's to
But you know what? It was always just extra. Like it was like nothing is changing for you guys. And if you are a diehard fan, you get another podcast.
You get another podcast.
But it took on this perception of like, you know.
It was wrong. To like sticking to what you know and doing things you believe in. You know, one is like, I don't know that we had a choice because we didn't know that gambling was going to come along, and we thought a media company was going to buy us, and all the media companies wanted subscribers. So like, the New York Times bought The Athletic because The Athletic has a bunch of subscribers, and we had people who bought T-shirts that we never sent the T-shirts to, and like we certainly never their email, the
black
anymore.
card or whatever.
So I don't know that it was wrong that we did it, but like we did it. It didn't work. It was just more work for you all, which
you know what the problem was? I realized it the other day. I was thinking about it. Whether like one person signed up for Gold or 100,000 people signed up for Gold, it was the same amount of work for us. You know, like if we were getting, I think there was like a bonus structure, but so few people did it that it was never
just didn't
really
matter.
worth
It just like didn't
but
work.
the work did not scale accordingly.
Totally.
So it was like this extra podcast. It might, you know, like we would be shown the numbers, and it's like you might make $100,000 bonus this year.
You're like,
You're
there's
not gonna.
zero chance. Yeah,
you're gonna make like $1,000 bonus this year, but that podcast extra whatever.
It's kind of like one
thing.
of those things though where you're like, it's binary. Like it's either if everything went behind the paywall, Barstool would have the best paywall business in the history of paywall businesses, but some of it's sort of kind of sometimes. And
it was like
you get T-shirt of the
not
month.
enough that you. Yeah. What did you think when like when the Barstool Beast jacket was going on and stuff like that?
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was a hard time for me. Like that was, like I started to write the book during that time. That was a hard, I would say 2 years. Like we had the pandemic, so everybody was home. And then we were here. I did feel like we came back.
We started work like right away.
Yeah, we did. We actually never left. Like FEMA or what, like some government body that I'm not supposed to say that. But it was the Penn acquisition was looming, and Penn had a lot of requirements about like how I was supposed to manage the company and what we were supposed to do every day, and.
You needed HR, and you
need a COO, and you need this job, and you need a real head of HR, and it's kind of like this. It's any startup. 88% of startups that get acquired fail, and like we were clearly in the 88%. But it also was this time of like we brought in all these people who then wanted to make their own mark, who came from normal companies where you do things like that, and it was like. Impossible to get my hands around all of it. So you just like, it flies by your inbox and then you're like, oh fuck, what did we just do?
Yeah.
So
that was a good example
intention.
Of like I would see Enrique and be like, what's up, man? You're the best. I think the Barstool Beast Jack is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, you know what I mean?
But
It was like, I'm
that's what
categorically
Barstool is.
against this for what our company represents, but I also understand that you are trying to leave your mark and do your thing.
You're trying to do your thing.
Get your bonus and your raise or whatever.
Totally. And I think it's hard because, look, the other thing is there were so many, I mean, we ballooned to like 400 and something people, 420 people. So, and a lot of them were new and just we were so in the mud, and everyone was in that office together, and you were obviously predated me for a long time. Like when you brought in the newer people and they didn't really get it and they hadn't been through the history and they didn't know that you guys just scream and yell all the time and then it's fine. Like, then everyone gets sensitive and they're, you know what I mean? So it's just like that was a tough,
Also,
that was the beginning of a tough period.